Hello, everybody. Welcome back to round 3 of F1 Manager APP Edition. So, looking like we're going to have a wet race for Australia.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. Well, after securing victory in the last race, RB are sure to have plenty of competitors looking to challenge them for that place on the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Yeah, morning, Danko. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have as much free time this morning, so thought I'll get in nice and early. I'll catch you later, mate. Excuse me. G'day, Joey B. G'day. How we doing, my friend? Yeah, for some reason it changes it around a lot in practice. I can't get my head around why. Well, maybe tyre wear is quite high around here. You'll be back in your seat in a P2 anyway, Joey B. Hello, Rick. Hello, hello, hello. Nice of you to join me. Well, clearly, 17 laps wasn't enough for these guys to learn about the setup of their car. Bastards. Right, mediums for you then. There we go. If it makes you feel any better, I'm not practicing, Joe. And Rick. I've somewhat been shunned after my race win in Saudi. Right. Oh dear. Puncture in practice. So practice one was a load of reserve drivers pretty much locking out the top 8 at least anyway. Josh in the Alpine, then Bacon Bear, Finley, Ghost, Hugo, Sumo, Robsu, Kevin O'Reilly, AP Pals, Chris Rebel, Daka, Avenir, Jack and Alex G rounding off the field. Oh, holy smokes, that is awful. practice 2. Let's go. Let's go get him. So both APP drivers have a set at the same time. Just bear with me a minute. My daughter would like a yogurt. Apologies about that. So interesting practice results here then. So Avenir is fastest on the soft tyres, ahead of Kevin O'Reilly, Sumo Gilligan in third on the medium tyres, APP in fourth, and Alex G in fifth, Kylo Ren in sixth, Ghost in seventh, myself in eighth, Corey in ninth, Dakar in 10th, James Gardner 11th, Josh in 12th, Denko in 13th, Finley 14th, Jackalaka 15th, Ricky VE in 16th, Chris Rebel 17th, Bacon Bear 18th, Hugo 19th, Joey B in 20th, Robsu 21st, and AP Palfs in 22nd. So we have got one more practice session to go. I think we're going to really struggle for tyres this weekend. Once again, both of our cars are out nice and early. They are on soft tyres, so they will be quite a bit faster than everybody else early doors. Can't do much more than that. I do not know what is going on with tyre wear this weekend, but geez. Denko running wide.
Oh no! Wide they go! Perhaps a little lapse in concentration.
Not the worst mistake in the world. Right, so that is practice done then. So AP Pulse fastest around Australia in practice 3, then Joey B in 2nd, Avenir in 3rd, James Gardner in 4th, Sumo Gilligan in 5th position, Josh in 6th, Chris Rebel in 7th, Kylo Ren in 8th, Hugo 9th, Kevin O'Reilly 10th, Bacon Bear 11th, Ghost 12th, Rob Sue 13th, Jack Alaka in 14th, Alex G in 15th, Ricky V in 16th, Denko 17th, Cora 18th, myself in 19th, Finley in 20th, Tier in 21st, and Daka rounds off the grid, but Daka and Tier doing hard tyre runs.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
These days, it's a much faster layout here at Albert Park, and teams need to focus on getting high and medium speed cornering right to set a good qualifying time.
Aston Martin's driver there, of course. How do you think they'll do today, Karun?
Strange looking Aston Martin driver.
And setting good lap times. So they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Right, let's go to practice then. Yeah. Let's use some scrubbed tyres, I guess, to start the session. We'll get Alex G out first, and then Avenir. We'll get out early doors, because we're on heavily worn tyres as well. Alex G puncher. It's a good start to qualifying. Tyre wear just proving it's going to be absolute crap around here. So we might as well stay in the pits for the time being. Right, so Alex G gets knocked out once again in Q1. He's making a habit of this, but Tia is the fastest driver, with Finley in second in the Aston Martin, Joey B in third, Kylo Ren fourth, Koru in fifth, the Dakar up in sixth, a much better qualifying performance for Dakar and Joey B respectively. James Gardner in seventh, Denko P8, Avenir P9, Jack Alaka in 10th, Hugo P11, myself in 12th, AP Palston 13th, Bacon Bear 14th, Sumo in 15th, Chris Rebel in 16th, and the drivers knocked out from 17th are Josh, Alex, Rick, Kevin, Ghost, and Robsu. Ghost continuing his very poor start to this season. So we're putting all our faith back into Avenir to get us into Q3. Avenir some way off the pace there. So we're just getting ready to send Avenir out for his final run, and away we go. Out the pits. Let's see what we can muster up. Avenir with a good clear track ahead of him. And he's into 6. And there we go. So, Chris Rebel, fastest in qualifying 2. AP Palfs in P2. And Tia, once again, very impressive qualifying session for Tia. Sumo Gilligan up in 4th. Dakar in 5th into Q3. Dakar will be very impressed with this so far this weekend. Koru in 6th. Avenir 7th. Joey B having a much better weekend too in Australia. And Jacko Lacko into Q3 as well. Finley in 10th rounds off the top 10. Bacon Bear, James Gardner, Kylo Ren, Denko, Hugo and myself. And that was an awful lap by me there. Yeesh. Down in 16th. That doesn't bode well. The race is due to be wet, by the way. So, yeah, if you're here or if you're watching, it's going to be a very interesting Grand Prix. Right, let's get this final session underway. I think Tia got held up with a car coming out of the pits there. So it's all going to come down to these last runs. Out goes Avenir. Avenir doesn't improve. And there we have a qualifying. So AP Pulse, it's a Red Bull lockout on the front row. AP Pulse and Chris Rebel in first and second. Avenir in third. Sumo Gilligan in fourth position. Finley in fifth. Jackalacco in sixth. Dakar in seventh. Cora in eighth. Joey B in ninth. And Tier rounds off the top 10 for tomorrow's Grand Prix. So, yeah, 11th Bacon Bear. 12th James Gardner. 13th Kylo. 14th Denko, 15th Hugo, 16th myself, 17th Josh, 18th Alex, 19th Rick, 20th Kevin O'Reilly, 21st Ghost, and 22nd is Robsu.
Well, the fans here are all set, every one of them eagerly awaiting the 58 laps of today's race.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate. From Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win, to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
Albert Park is a deceptively easy track to learn, but it's just as easy to make a mistake around its walled sections and gravel traps. The street circuit is high downforce and just as heavy on brakes as it is on tyres. The time has almost come for our drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
So light rain is forecast for today's race. There's the starting grid, no penalties being dished out. Right, let's see what the strategy's saying. Right. So when are we expecting rain from? Oh, okay, percentage or chance of rain, okay. Could dry up at the end of the race, that was very interesting. So we're starting dry, and then the rain should come around just before lap 20. And yeah, we will take it from there. So it'll be the same setup for both Alex and Avenir. Let's get this race underway. Be very interesting to see how this pans out.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race.
This is going to be quite the test starting in P18. They need to think tactically if they're going to clear the midfield.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. Brace yourselves for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, so we are underway for today's Grand Prix. Everybody bar Hugo starting on hard tyres. Hugo starts on the medium tyres. As we will ride on board with Avenir fighting Sumo here. Oops. Would help if I could get control. So it's AP Pulse and Chris lead the way in the Red Bulls. Avenir in third. Sumo Gilligan in fourth. Finley in fifth. Jackalacco up in sixth. Dakar in seventh. Joey B in eighth. Bacon Bear in ninth. Koru getting past Bacon Bear actually. And the McLaren a good overtake there. And relegates Bacon Bear to the last remaining points position. Tier has dropped down to 11th. Hugo has made it up to 12th position. The only car on the medium tyres before the rain. Will his gamble pay off, and will he pick up positions? James Gardner in 13th, Denko in 14th, Kylo Ren 15th, myself 16th, Josh in 17th, Alex in 18th, Kevin O'Reilly 19th, Rick down in 20th, Ghost 21st, and Robsu is... Wow, let's talk about these Red Bulls out the front. They are pulling away already. It's looking pretty ominous. Sorry if you can hear banging. That is my daughter. As Sumo goes up the inside of her. Oh, there's a crash back there. That is Denko and Kylo Ren. Safety car deployed. What has happened there? We're not interested in the Sumo overtake. We was on board for that, but can we please see?
Let's see what happened there. Now,
Let's see what happened here.
To turn 2, and you can see how tight it is.
Oh,
and there, the cars make contact. Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
That's a huge crash, and I would be surprised. Well, Denko's going to have bad car damage for that. Wow. Right. I'm going to gamble and put Alex onto the medium tyres. We're going to keep we're going to keep Avenir out and try and hold out for the rain. I'm just going to gamble with something different for Alex to try and get him up the field. So safety car, safety car, safety car. Safety car is out. Alex is the only car to box. He's lost a few positions, but yeah, Denko and Kylo Ren out. Huge for Denko's championship hopes. That as looks like Kylo Ren just rear-ended him and completely walloped him into the wall. I feel bad for Denko. He says he's going to come back and watch this later on. Yeah, sorry, Denko. So I'd imagine we'll probably have one more lap behind the safety car. Yeah, safety car is coming in. And guess what? Rain is coming. Spots of rain. So we need to keep an eye on this, how wet the track is going to get. You can see how dark it is already. This is going to be a real dilemma for everybody now. So Sumo Gilligan has propelled himself up into third. Oops. And is pulling away from Avenir. Sumo on for a podium as it stands. It'll be a tough ask to catch these Red Bulls unless they really do suffer in the rain. And the rain is going to come thick and fast. Fastest lap for AP Palfs. DRS is enabled, but for how long will it be enabled for? As Avenir has locked up and gone down to 8th position, promoting Daka and Joey B. This is a great race for the drivers who have had a so-so start to the season. As when will be the right time to box? The rain is slowly coming down as
this is what happened. Here we are then at the 11th corner.
I wish we could
the
see.
Opportunity begging to be taken.
There we go. Cora at the inside of Avenir. Alex not making any inroads. Daka must have a mechanical issue, which would be a great shame. Avenir hemorrhaging positions here. And, right, rain is here. And, right, let's get our drivers into the pits.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
Rick has had a pit stop issue. As we get our drivers ready to come into the pits and bolt on the intermediate tyres.
Oh no, that's a slow pit stop.
Tears had a slow pit stop. And who are the big winners here? Well, it looks like it's as you were, really. I think everybody is in for intermediate tyres now, yes. So, as we will get back underway, the track condition has changed to damp, says race control. As Chris Rebel producing one of his stellar drives out front at the moment, 7 seconds clear of his teammate AP Palfs. Finley is slowly reeling in. Slowly reeling in AP Palfs for second here. Sumo Gilligan being towed along by Finley as well. So perhaps Aston Martin and the Ferrari will join the party for second place shortly. Jacko Lacko in 5th, Bacon Bear is in 6th, Joey B in 7th, myself in 8th, Dakar in 9th, and Kevin O'Reilly in 10th. I do believe Dakar must have some sort of mechanical issue, with that yellow exclamation mark next to his name. So Finley isn't making the progress I thought he was going to on the back of AP Palfs. As both AP drivers are down. Let's see if we can do something to try and help them. We'll get them to push. They've got a lot of fuel to burn, so there we go. See if that helps. But Chris Rebel out the front, just doing what he does best. We did have yellow flags. Oh, Chris Rebel did run wide, but I don't think it's done anything to his progress. And if we go by how Denko ran wide in turn 2 in practice, it's minimal. So Sumo has been overtaken by Bacon Bear and does have Jacko Lacko in close company. Sorry, bear with me. Apologies about that. My daughter is very hungry this morning. Refuses to eat breakfast and dinner, but will happily snack 24/7. Right, so Avenir, we're going to deploy his ERS. And same for Alex G, because these two cars are syncing without a trace here. As we will tell them to go back to neutral as their ERS gets low. So yes, Bacon Bear did get past Sumo Gilligan, and now Jacko Lacko is chasing down Sumo Gilligan, and I am all over the back of and Jacko Lacko's Alpine here, looking to make a move, but nothing working there for myself. The rain seems to be just being steady light rain here, as it's kind of neutralised this race. I do believe it could get dry again before the end of the Grand Prix. So Chris Rebel's lead out the front actually is coming down quite a bit to AP Palfs. As AP Palfs looking to close the gap. Right, there are pit stops, and I'm guessing they're going to be for another set of inters, but we're running quite comfortably at the moment on our inters. We'll keep an eye on what everybody else does at the moment. So Avenir has overtaken Robsu here.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
And Robsu has had an issue in the pits. Slow pit stop, yellow flag, what's going on here?
And there's been quite a crash.
Uh-oh. This is Jacko Lacko and Dakar. The two Scotsmen. Oh, oh, Daka, where's the brake pedal, mate? Where is the brake pedal? As that really upsets Jaka Lako's progress in this Grand Prix. And Daka will almost certainly find himself getting a penalty for that. And Jack does indeed have damage. Joey B overtakes Alex and is on the move. Daka gets a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision with Jaka Lako. So 2 angry Scotsmen out there. Daka serves his time penalty and he's down in 19th. Was having an impressive Grand Prix. I am all over the back of Ghost there. There's AP Pulse is in the pits. Storming down the pit lane, straight into the pit box. Throws on another set of inters. Right. So it looks like it's going to rain for the rest of the race, and let's quickly just see the tyre wear. Interesting to see who's going to actually brave it and stay out for the rest of the race. I feel like we've got to give it a go, especially for Avenir. Alex is kind of in no man's land here, but we will see how it goes. So the field is nicely spread out at the moment. Jaka Lako and Daka are at the back. They will be devastated, both in strong points position, but Daka just rear-ended Jaka Lako and has ruined his race, and Jaka Lako does have quite heavy damage. As right. I'm going to keep Alex is going to come in and Alex, yeah, we're going to get him to push. Might as well go hard. And Avenir, 10 laps to go. Okay, we're going to get Avenir in, but saying that for Avenir, we're going to just release Avenir off the chains and see what he can salvage. Unfortunately, it's just been a bit of a dud race for the APP team, as Avenir does have an issue in the pits. Josh has a puncture in the Alpine. He's in P8. That's a disaster for Alpine, as Josh is going to find himself losing positions. As Alex, track conditions changed to dry, has it? Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's change to damp. Yeah, I thought earlier it was teasing. Yeah, it's getting wet again. It did say it's going to get fractionally drier, but it hasn't worked out, as a few drivers could not make the tyres last to the end here. We will go to the interval, as it's looking like Chris is going to win this race. AP Pulse is going to come second with the fastest lap, and Bacon Bear is in third as it stands at the moment. Sumo is going to get an impressive fifth. Finley is in fourth. Myself in sixth. And Joey B looks like he's going to score his first points of the season as well in the Williams. It's been a damp, miserable Grand Prix around Australia. Nothing can be done about it, sadly, as we are coming up to the final lap of the Australian Grand Prix. I think we will do another race after this. We got a bit of time. So Chris wins the Grand Prix. AP Pals is coming home in second. Sumo Gilligan coming up to the line with Jacko Lacko just ahead of him as he doesn't lap him. I come across in sixth with James Gardner 2 seconds behind in the Haas. Good points for James as well. Kevin O'Reilly, he's going to get some points as well. Bemoaning his pace in the YouTube chat the other day, but he comes across the line and seals P9, does the Mercedes driver. Tier in P10. Koru is the first driver not to score points. And there is Ricky V up in 12th, Robson in 13th, Josh in 14th, Alex in 15th, Ghost in 16th, and finishing his first race of the season, Avenir in 17th, Daka down in 18th, and Hugo in 19th, and Jacko Lacko is the only car to finish out of, to be lapped.
So I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
So there are your race results. Let's quickly jump to the drivers' standings then. Right, so I lead the way on 51 points. Bacon Bear closing the gap to 8 points out in front. Well, to closing the gap to 8 points to the championship leader. Denko, massive 0 point for Denko around Australia, getting absolutely taken out by Kylo Ren, did not help his race. Chris Rebel with a great haul of points, 25 points, moves him up to fourth in the championship. Tier only getting the 1 point, loses position to Chris. Sumo getting a nice healthy 10 points on 22 points. Finley also 12 points, helping his start to the season. AP Palfs also getting 19 points, and yes, a good race for the Red Bulls, absolutely. As there are a few drivers still to score points this championship. Kevin O'Reilly scores his first points of the season, as does Joey B. They'll be very happy with those drives. Constructors, so Racing Bulls extend their gap at the top over Ferrari. 94 points for the Racing Bulls. Ferrari on 59 points, just taking 10 points. Red Bull, today's biggest winners, a 44-point haul, launches them up 2 positions in the Constructors' title. Haas lose a position, but do bring home 6 points. Kick Sauber with just the 1 point that Tier brought in, and Aston Martin with Finley bringing home at 12 points. AP Racing just 6 points, and Williams on 6 points. Mercedes on 5 points, McLaren on 4, and Alpine still struggling down on 0 points. The fastest pit stop went to Chris Rebel and AP Pals this weekend. So Red Bull moving up or definitely going to be hoovering up the fastest pit stops here. As yes, again, a healthy weekend in the pit stop championship for Red Bull, up 5 positions in one race. So there is a design complete for a chassis. So an upgrade coming in for the APP Racing F1 team. Yes, so an email there saying how badly our car struggled, and it did struggle. Shall we design some new side pods? I think we should. We'll go for an intense upgrade here on the side pods. As we will look for a maybe a front winger. We'll go for intense with that as well. I think I do need to manufacture the new chassis, although they've designed it, but I don't think I've actually got the staff to do it. Go to warehouse. Yeah, we don't have the staff at the moment, annoyingly. So our drivers are slowly improving, braking and overtaking. As I would imagine, the other drivers are going to improve. Right, we can actually manufacture now. Oh, that's right. There was a factory fire. I remember now. We'll upgrade the factory. Just for interest on anyone looking at the driver ratings, let's quickly have a look. So we have Alex G and Avenir. As you can see, everyone is on 50 overall rating. I do believe I did see Tier was on 51, so perhaps he is yeah, he's on 51 as it stands at the moment. Just out the interest of fairness here, as I'm sure a few of you will be calling for my head. Yeah, there I am on 50 with Bacon Bear. So there we go. See, everybody is equal, pretty much. Bar Tier, who seems to just improved by the one. Bringing in money from the sponsors. Japan next. Looking like it could be a bit of a damp Friday and Saturday, but a dry race. Very interesting. There we go. Yeah, we'll do Suzuka and then we'll call it a day after that. So we'll give you 2 races. Why not? So forecast is going to be cloudy. Interesting. And expected to be a 2-stop.
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka Circuit in Japan. This unique track is a favourite home for motorsports, and it welcomes us back this weekend. Get ready for exhilaration and speed with the Japanese Grand Prix. Our weekend action starts here.
Right, here we go then. Light rain for practice in Suzuka. Do we think about messing around with the powertrains and whatnot now? Apologies if you can hear the kids shouting in the background. I don't want to have to get out of the seat and deal with them, but I will have to soon. Well, saying that, actually, we can run these older parts in practice. I don't know why I'm putting new ones on. We can swap it over for qualifying. What am I doing? Being a bit of a numpty. Don't want any unnecessary wear like that in a practice session. So hopefully I'll remember to look it over. Right, let's start practice 1. I will adjust the drivers setups as and when through practice. See, 15 laps never seems to be enough. We'll put 20 in. All these cutscenes. Right, here we go then. Very funky looking Suzuka from Upside Down. Avenir and Alex leading the way in these damp conditions at the moment. Oh my god, the kids are playing up. Come save me, somebody. So, a good strong practice for the APP team so far. Haven't really adjusted the setup at all. Well, haven't adjusted it at all. So, interesting to see that they are so far ahead with nothing being tweaked thus far. And it's a bad setup for Avenir. Let's call him in. Shall try that. So whilst their setups reconfigure, now a few drivers are picking up the pace. 15 minutes left, and the rain is due to stop. So qualifying done, excuse me, practice 1 done for Suzuka. Fittipaldi, P1 in the Haas, Djokovic, P2, and then we've got Chris Jakalako, James Gardner, Theo Pourchaire, Wasser, Tia, Kylo Ren, who has a penalty, I'm guessing, for that crash from the last race, Hugo, Jack Crawford, Rob Sue, AP Pals, myself, Alex G, Kevin O'Reilly, Avenir, Sumo Gilligan, Denko, Josh, Koru, and Joey B round off the field. So we are going into practice 2, and it's looking pretty damp again. Damp it is indeed. Damp it's going to stay throughout the session by the looks of things. Cool, just having a bit of better luck there with the setups for both drivers. Might even get to simulate practice 3. Everybody bundles out the pits at the same time. Let's try and find a gap like here and here. There we go. We have a nice gap for our drivers. Track conditioners changed to dry, allegedly. I wouldn't say it's dry. it's back to damp. And we're being held up by a racing bull. Not sure who that is. Bacon Bear.
Now we can see what happened. Things were all right here. Oh no, that's not how to do it. And there's
Sorry,
not much
Danko.
they can do about that now.
So practice 2 is coming to an end. Excuse me. As we end the day there. Well, end practice 2 there. There goes practice 2. Joey B leads the way in the Williams, Alex G in second, Avenir in third, Bacon Bear in fourth, Chris Rebel in fifth, AP Pals in sixth, Ghost in seventh, Sumo eighth, Tia ninth, Hugo 10th, Robsu in 11th, Kevin O'Reilly 12th, James Gardner 13th, Jackalaka 14th, Koru 15th, Daka 16th, Josh in 17th, Ricky VE in 18th, 19th for Finley, Kylo Ren in 20th, Denko 21st, and myself 22nd. And now it's for the wettest day of the weekend, which is going to be a very soggy Japanese circuit, I believe.
Now this, I think, was at turn 13.
It's spoon
Just
corner
a
for
bit
Rob
too
soon.
wide at that point. Really, they must be careful.
We've all done that at some point. And rain is on the way. Apologies. My daughter, once again, been playing games in the front room and she is absolutely knackered.
More. Have some more of this one, please.
You'd like some more Pringles, would you?
Yes.
Oh, my precious Pringles. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gonna hide my Pringles because she is wolfing them down. Right. I've lost my train of thought now. I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Send Alex G out. Avenir is happy with the setup. And the rain is here. Okay, we'll take that. We'll just send the drivers out to get their track acclimatization up. Learn the track, all the braking points. Reporting the track is now dry. And what do you know, it is drying up. Okay then, in you guys come. Crazy weather in Suzuka. So it's looking pretty tight at the top of the leaderboard. Top 11 drivers within a second in practice 3. Oh dear. And that is the end of practice. And there we go. Practice session done. So, myself was the fastest, Chris Rebel in second, Dakar in third. James Gardner in fourth, Hugo in fifth, Rick in sixth, Finley in seventh, Tier in eighth, Cora in ninth, Bacon Bear in 10th, Kevin O'Reilly in 11th, Robster in 12th, Jack Alacco 13th, Pals in 14th, Alex G 15th, Sumo in 16th, Josh in 17th, Avenir 18th, Ghost in 19th, Danko 20th, Kylo Ren 21st, and Joey B in 22nd. Apologies, my daughter asked for more Pringles. Right, here we go.
To the all-important qualifying session.
Suzuka is a notorious circuit, both for its unpredictable weather and the difficulty of closely following other cars. Making the right call on when to head out to avoid traffic and dirty air can make all the difference here.
Now, we've got the Haas driver there. Karun, how are they going to be feeling today?
Looking at the lap times, we saw a real lack of pace from them in practice. They never looked quite comfortable with the setup, and they'll need to try something new for qualifying if they want to get past Q1.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
So heavy rain anticipated for this qualifying session. We'll see when it's due to come then. Let's quickly have a look. So rain is actually due in 5 minutes, so let's get our cars out on the track as soon as everybody's getting out as quick as possible before this rain hits the Suzuka circuit. Because I've got a funny feeling it is raining already and you don't want to be in the drop zone. Koru, Rick, Tia, Sumo, Daka and Alex Could be qualifying session done for them already, unless it dries up again towards the end. Drivers heading out on the wet weather tyres, but it's pretty pointless, I feel. Yeah, the rain is coming back. So I can't really see too much changing now. Yeah, everybody's coming into the pits. The track is getting dark. I have a funny feeling that is going to be Q1 done and dusted. Jakalaka is under investigation. Not sure what for. There we go. Once again, Alex G getting knocked out in Q1. So the two Red Bulls, once again, just like in Australia, the two fastest cars in Q1. Myself in P3, Rob Sue P4, Josh in P5, Kevin O'Reilly 6th, Joey B in 7th, Finley in 8th, Avenir 9th, Hugo 10th, Ghost in 11th, Kylo Ren in 12th, Denko 13th, James Gardner 14th, Bacon Bear 16th, Jakalako 16th. Eliminated is Alex G, Daka, Sumo, Tia, Rick, and Koru, getting caught out by the early rain. Right, we're going to get out in case it goes to heavy rain. So Denko, Ghost, Avenir, and James Gardner will be the first drivers to set a lap. James Gardner smashes the field there. I don't think the rain's getting heavier, is it? So Avenir up to P2. The track seems to be getting faster. Right, here we go then. End of Q2. Chris in the Red Bull, once again, Red Bull in P1 in a qualifying session. James Gardner in P2 in the Haas. Bacon Bear in the Racing Bull is in third. Kylo Ren in P4. Avenir is in P5. Hugo in P6. Palfs in P7. Myself P8. Joey B in 9th and Ghost in 10th. Knocked out is Kevin O'Reilly, Finley, Denko, Josh and Robsu and Jakalako. As we head into the final qualifying session of today. Let's do this. I think I'm going to hang out to... Everyone's on the intermediates, but we're going to wait until towards the end of the session. I think it will just dry up ever so slightly. Maybe not. Avenir up to 4th. So there we have it. It's looking like a Racing Bull front row lockout. Kylo Ren does have a penalty from the last race. So Bacon Bear takes pole position of a 1 minute 39.673. Kylo Ren in second with a penalty to come. Myself in third. Avenir is in fourth. Ghost in fifth place. That's his best qualifying session of the season. Hugo in sixth. Chris in seventh. James Gardner in eighth. Pals in ninth. And Joey B in 10th position. So, how will this race unfold? It's going to be a dry race.
It won't be long before we get underway here in Japan with 53 figure-of-8 laps around this historic circuit.
Anything can happen at Suzuka, as Kimi Raikkonen proved in 2005. The Finn battled all the way from 17th to win. Will we see a similar show of will and talent today, I wonder?
Drivers will battle it out this weekend on the snaking turns of Suzuka, the only figure-of-8 track in Formula One. High-speed downforce will be the name of the game here, if teams want to secure a place on that podium. The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
It is race day indeed. Yeah, so Kylo Ren 3 seconds. Promotes Avenir and promotes myself, Avenir and Ghost up a position on the grid. Ghost with his best chance of getting a very solid result today. We will try and get Alex as far as possible. Or maybe actually... get to lap 20. At least. We'll try that. We'll give the APP drivers an aggressive start to today's Grand Prix.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. And this could be an important race for the RB driver.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. The drivers are warmed up, they're ready to go here at the Japanese Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's go Buttercups, let's go racing. Avenir gets a good start. Can he go around the outside? Into turn one, he doesn't. Got to watch out for Ghost just behind as well. Ghost has had a good start in the Aston Martin. A few drivers exchanging positions further back. Denko, and Finley is right at the inside of the Ferrari there. We'll see tyre strategies as we do have a mixed field. We did put Alex on the hard tyres to start this race. As now actually, whilst I remember, we will calm them down. So Avenir up in third position at the moment. Let's just quickly get the interval gaps up. As Bacon Bear has pulled out a huge gap already out front over myself, and Ghost is looking at the inside of Avenir here, and it doesn't quite work out going into the Casio Triangle. I think it's Casio Triangle, or was it Casio Square? I can't remember. But Jacko Lacko gets past Alex G. Alex G has also lost the place to Dakar by the looks of things.
Right then, we can take a look now.
Here we go, Dakar.
Now this was the Sauber. It's certainly inviting.
Oh, Dakar with a double overtake there. Well done, Dakar.
And up they go to 70.
A double overtake on Sumo and Alex. So now Avenir dropping time to the racing bull in front of him. Ghost will be very keen to get past the APP car. Sumo Gilligan overtakes Alex G. This must be down the pit straight. So non a DRS overtake as well. Alex just leaving the door open there for Sumo. Good friends in real life as well. I really wouldn't be surprised if that sort of thing did happen in reality. So Ghost having a good start. Avenir not being able to live with the pace out front as it stands. Let's see what we can do for... Actually, that's what we was going to do. Look at the tyre wear. So we'll ask Avenir just to go a little bit more aggressive. And maybe deploy some of his ERS. Let's see if that gap comes down. So Corey overtakes Alex G. Once again, apologies about that. Just talking to Bethany. Right, sorry, yes. So we're going to make Alex a bit more aggressive because it's kind of just down in no man's land at the moment. Let's see how that works out. There's Avenir just sitting 2 seconds behind myself. Racing Bulls looking pretty strong here and winning, especially the development championship at the moment. Ghost still holding out in P4. He'll be very happy with that and potentially get some points on the board. And Ghost is actually, scrap that, is up into P3. Now Ghost will set himself about the cars ahead as he looks to chase down the Racing Bulls. And there's a small gap between Avenir and James Gardner, so maybe these two cars can work together to pull themselves forward. We will quickly set Avenir to neutral. Ghost has pulled away from Avenir. James Gardner does get past Avenir as well. So the race pace on the APP car just isn't quite there compared to the other cars on the grid at the moment. 2.7 seconds is the gap out front, as Ghost will be looking to try and find 5 seconds to close up to the first of the Racing Bull cars. AP Pulse is in the pits. We have a VSC. Hello. Right, VSC. As that is Avenir. Has crashed into turn 9. He drops it. Has he smashed the rear end into the barrier, and is he stuck in the gravel? He's out. Avenir is out. It is a virtual safety car. Right, so let's harvest. Conserve. We'll do pit options. Let's go for medium tyres. Is anyone going to pit under the VSC? There are a few drivers pitting under VSC. Koru has had an incident in the pits as well. He's lost a place to Alex. Right, VSC is ending. Right, so we are back racing as a few drivers of Chris Rebel having an issue in the pit stop.
Red Bull's crew are ready for the pit stop. But we see the issue occur here.
That rear right tyre not going on for the Red Bull. AP Pulse with the fastest lap. Oh no, Ghost with a pit stop issue now. It just never ends for Ghost, but I think he's got enough of a gap. Jacko Lacko with the fastest lap at the moment, as the pit stops are beginning to unfold out the front, and the gap to the leader is actually closing as well. Bacon Bear is losing a ton of time to myself. Let's quickly have a look at the tyres. We've got a healthy gap, the Racing Bulls, as we'll keep an eye on Joe and James, who are the first drivers who look like they have boxed. Ghost is still in it. He could still be on for a good haul of points here. Bacon Bear is in the pits and comes out in second, and Bacon Bear opts for soft tyres, and I've come in and come out on soft tyres as well. Very interesting strategies going on here. A few of the other drivers boxing for
What's that?
soft tyres.
A pit stop
Here has a pit stop issue as well now. Alex having a good race. Oops. Oh, if I could get the buttons right. So Bacon Bear inherits the lead again, and holding out 2 seconds is roughly the gap. I'd love to know why these two our cars are the fastest at the moment by some distance. As Jacko Lacko has a mechanical issue, I believe. Kylo Ren has run wide in turn 3.
This was the fourth corner. And that's... Oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage.
Out of shape. Don't want to be out of shape there. So the gap for the lead is coming down here as Alex G is coming up to the back of this almighty train ahead of him. The car in front is a Ferrari, and it is the Ferrari of Sumo Gilligan. Denko having a horrible day down in 19th at the NF in Australia, and he's not going to build on that result here. As Alex G gets overtaken around the outside. Now DRS is enabled, and Dakar is in the pits along with Jacko Lacko. Two Scotsmen are in the pits. They came to blows around Australia. Right, Joey B is in the pits. Right, now we got to think about Alex G's race here, because he is having a very solid race. And could be medium tyres. His tyre wear is quite bad, actually. It will be stopping a lot earlier than we first anticipated.
And who's that having an issue in the pits? Now what happened there, Karun?
Oh
We see
no.
the RB team waiting there. But they just can't loosen the rear right.
And that cost Bacon Bear as well a lot of time in the pits. As this grid is all over the place at the moment.
And there's been a slow
15
pit
laps
stop.
to go. Rick now with a slow pit stop.
So the Haas makes a stop. And they just really struggle. It's not a smooth one.
It's not good for Rick. As Bacon Bear gets back in the lead of the Grand Prix. Holy smokes. I forgot to tell Alex to conserve fuel. This ain't good. That's my fault. I think I've ruined Alex's race there. So last few laps to go. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. Bacon Bear is on soft tyres out front. It's all fairly even tyre wear. Who has got the best tyres out there at the moment? I think it is myself on 55%. Yeah. So now we try and get Alex G back into range with the fuel. Don't know why that's disappeared. Right, okay, Alex G is back. We'll get him to deploy his ERS to hopefully... I mean, there's points up for grabs here. If we can just have like a push lap. For Alex. Alex is having a push lap here. That's good. So if we can get Alex to just conserve his ERS, and maybe we can set him off for the last 2 laps. But I think the gap to get in the points is a bit too much at the moment. You never know. We're on lap 52 of 53. It's like, well, I think we've just got to tell him to attack. Alex is on for his best result of the season here, as he gets up to 12th position. Sumo Gilligan is gone out ahead. Alex is pushing really hard to catch up to Sumo and Josh ahead. As looks like I'm going to take the checker flag here. As just a little bit too much too late for Alex. Showed really good pace in this race in the APP team. As it actually looks like, let's not mess this up. Ghost and Dakar are dueling out here for P7. And Ghost does get the best of Dakar, and he will come home in P7 for his first points of the season. Dakar, I believe, is going to get his first points of the season as well. Joey B with a very impressive P6. Both Red Bulls are having a good haul of points from 4th and 5th, but it's a 1-2 for the Racing Bulls again. And yes, good stuff. Alex just very unlucky there.
Sometimes I think you should...
Coming home in P12, but it's promising stuff for Alex. So I come home with the race win. Bacon Bear in 2nd. James Gardner is in 3rd. As AP Palfs in 4th position. Chris Rebel in 5th. Joey B in 6th position. We'll be very happy with that. Ghost down 3 positions overall, but he does finish in the points. And so does Dakar. A good weekend for Aston Martin, double points finish. Josh rounds off the top 10 with Alpine's first point of the season as well. Sumo Alex, Rick, Jackalacco, Kylo Ren, Tia, Hugo, Denko, Kevin O'Reilly, Robsu, Koru, and Avenir is our only retirement. Denko in P18 is a disaster weekend for Ferrari, both outside the points. Not good at all. So the gap out front is 15 points between myself and Bacon Bear, setting the early pace in this championship in the Racing Bulls. Denko, once again, a non-scoring weekend. It's really hurting him now. He had such a promising start to the season, but it's just fallen apart in these last 2 races. So good first 2 races and a very poor second 2 races. AP Pals again scoring good points. James Gardner also getting 15 points there. He'll be very happy with that. Finley scoring 2 points as well. Joey B, good 6th position, 8 points there for Joey B, up to 11th in the standings. Ghost up 9 positions with 6 points. Dakar 6 positions with 4 points. As yes, we have only 3 drivers yet to score points in this championship: Alex G, Koru, and Jacko Lacko. Constructors, very good weekend for the Racing Bulls. Just pretty much almost double the points of Red Bull already. It's looking pretty one-sided. A good haul of points for Red Bull themselves. Ferrari, a massive blot of nothing there. Haas bring home 15 points. Kick Sauber 4 points. Aston Martin 8 points. Williams 8 points. And yes, Alpine picking up their first point of the season there. Fastest pit stop did go to Jacko Lacko, though. He does have points in a championship, but it's a championship which is pretty irrelevant there. So yes, McLaren now lead the way in the fastest pit stop competition, as Racing Bull dropped to 2nd, Alpine up to 3rd, and Red Bull down to 4th position. So that is that. There we have it. So next race will be in China. I'm going to call it a day for that stream today. Thank you very much for tuning in, or thank you very much for watching back if you do get this far. I know a few of you guys have probably been at work or having a lay-in or doing family commitments, so hopefully when you log on, this is a nice surprise for you. So yeah, thank you very much, and I will see you hopefully at some point this week for another APP F1 Manager edition. Thank you very much. Goodbye.